Hello, guys, and welcome back to the NT Podcast. I'm your host, Darkcast07.
Along with tendons.
Today, we have another Nitro Type YouTuber on the podcast, and his name is Kinglegend. I want to thank him for coming by.
Yeah, for real, man. Thanks, of course, for taking the time to come on the show.
No problem, bro.
I know it's a
So
little
from
late.
yeah,
Yeah, but and you were talking about, I don't know if you want to talk about it a little bit, but you were telling me earlier you actually have a powerlifting meet tomorrow. I don't know if many people just know that off the bat about you, but yeah, I don't know if it's something you want to talk about a little bit at all or anything, or maybe like just your plans as far as competing go.
yeah. Actually, I don't think a lot of people do now because I don't really talk about it that much because it's not natural type
Yeah.
related. But yeah, I actually have a powerlifting meet tomorrow, so we're gonna be at already getting on the bus around 4 a.m. and leaving. Take a 6-hour drive to get to where we have to go.
Dang. Yo,
So
that's insane, man. 12-hour round trip. Oh man.
yeah, it's gonna last all day.
Yeah, no, I bet, man. For real, I got you. Man, this is sad. Yeah, man, it's your weekend there too. I got you, man. But yeah, I mean, no, that's awesome, man. That you getting to compete and everything, and it's through the school, right? Like, it's
Yeah.
actually like a team. So yeah, that's really cool, man. I wish more schools would honestly do that for real. Because like when I was younger, I wish it was more kind of encouraged. I feel like there would have been
Yeah.
opportunities for a few of us to kind of compete too, and it would have been cool to have that chance. But yeah, it's awesome, man. I really hope it goes well for you, and we won't keep you here too long. I know you gotta get some sleep for that, and I got work early myself, unfortunately. So yeah, no, again though, thanks for being willing to come on and everything. I know we had a few technical difficulties, but
A
is there any
few.
topics you guys? Yeah, just a few. Is there any topics any of you guys want to address off the bat immediately? Because I didn't have anything in mind personally, just to start with, but it's kind of let you guys go, especially King Legend, if you want to talk about anything in particular.
Indeed. I think we should probably talk about botting first because that's like where most of the stuff that I would like to talk about comes from
Yeah.
here
Oh,
in
for
the
sure.
community. So,
I got you,
yeah.
man. All right. So, botting, man, it's a lot to talk about there, but I don't even know where to start.
Body, bro.
It's it's definitely
Yeah.
a multifaceted issue, man, on Nitro Type. I don't know, but as someone who talked about it a lot in videos, it definitely can be entertaining. I'll just say what ends up happening. But is there anything you want to start with or kind of go from?
Um. Yeah. Maybe as far as how it's like impacted the game in general.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Nitro type in general, it's been around since 2011. So botting has always been going on. It's just lately in the last 2 years, it's developed so crazily that people are just botting and they don't care. Like you have certain players like Purple that just keep creating extra accounts and then botting. I
Yeah.
don't understand that. Are they mad because their main got banned, permed or something? Or they just truly like botting on a typing game? I just don't see where the satisfaction comes from that.
Yeah, I don't really get it either. I mean, I guess because it's so easy now to do, people just don't care. But it's like, yeah, I mean, as someone like, who kind of played at the top level legit, like, I mean, I wouldn't say it's worth it to do that either, but I definitely would have been like back then, there was at least somewhat of a level of banning cheaters. So if I had to compete against botters, like, I mean, I guess I just wouldn't have done it, but it would have been like a lot worse. Yeah. I just don't really understand. I mean, I don't understand why the admins don't do anything personally. To me, like it just seems like they don't really care, but I don't know, man. I feel like we need to hold them responsible to a certain extent to be like, you guys need to do something for your game or just come out and say that you don't care then. Like at least be honest, one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it does make a lot of sense. It's like ever since they removed the individual leaderboard, they think that they don't have to like take care of anything now. I don't know if it's gotten better stopped botting or made it even like worse because these badges have got people like seriously botting now. So, in my opinion, I think it might have actually gotten worse since they removed individual leaderboards. If they really wanted to stop botting, they should have not introduced badges to the game whenever they took off the leaderboards. And
Yeah, I
also,
mean,
yeah,
people definitely bought for the badges for sure. What were you gonna say?
and also I think I'm not so sure about the teams. Like, I know some people might bot to help like a team or something, so I'm not sure about the team leaderboards. I personally don't want them to go anywhere, but it really would help some of the botting stuff, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
that's
know.
something I thought about, because I think when they switched it to just the team leaderboard, like you got to think now that teams are the most important thing, it's more likely that someone's going to create several bots to boost their team than just one player botting for themselves on the leaderboard. So to me, like that creates more bots, I feel like, if anything, not less. And like you made a really good point. When they removed the other leaderboards, they did kind of just feel like I guess they could stop worrying about botting and they could just not care. But obviously, it's only gotten worse and they do less about it. So it's kind of just a very bad slide that we're on downhill right now.
Yeah. And again, like it's just like I don't understand what's the satisfaction of like getting a badge and all that. I know some people that don't even sleep just and leave their PC on just to run a bot. I would never do that.
Yeah, no, I know a lot of people do that honestly, and they'll be like, "I wake up." They'll be like, "I like to wake up in the morning to the top 10 badge," and I'm like, "Bruh, like that's like just so stupid to
Wakes
me."
up to be banned.
Yeah, that's what it should be. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do care about like the top 10 and top three badge, especially, and I'm like, bro, like to me, there's no accomplishment in cheating to get something. Like, there's no like skill in just how long you can run the bot. Like, like who cares? To me, I don't know. I wouldn't feel like anything. I mean, unless you're doing it to just troll the game, like I don't see what the other satisfaction is. Who has personal satisfaction in cheating? I don't know.
Yeah. Which
I think
that brings me back to thinking about Sync, who was a botting YouTuber.
Oh, forcing.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
He got
Sync. I'm not
banned.
sure. Yeah, he's done for. I know
Yeah.
he used to take people's accounts and like bot and everything, and and in one of his videos he explained that he was doing it just to mess with the community and troll the game. Now for other people, I don't think they're trying to troll the game. I think they're trying to like accomplish certain cars because I know these coder cars really do have people botting in this game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just my take so far. It's just for the cars. I'm not so sure,
It probably
but I mean,
is.
Long-term botting, definitely. A lot of people, because people will like hit me up and be like, "Yo, can I just race on your account to use the McLarens?" And I'm like, "Bro, like, obviously no." Like, people definitely get obsessed with those cars for some reason. So I'm sure people do bot to get them as well. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't doubt that at all, man. It's
yeah,
just annoying.
botting, account sharing, all this stuff is the main reason behind all this drama. Because when people are account sharing, you don't know if they're botting for you or not, and then you also got other people that are just I don't know, man. It's crazy.
You gotta count hackers and stealers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you got people trying to sell bots for cash, buy alts, doing all this extra instead of just simply typing on the game. I don't, it's just crazy.
Yeah, they do treat it like it's something more than what it really is, as far as it's like when they try to start collecting rare accounts and especially cheating just to achieve a status on a typing game. Like at the end of the day, you are taking it a little too far. In terms of the rewards, absolutely nothing besides like getting the cars in the game. Like you're not gonna get any, personal betterment in your life from it or anything. So it is, yeah. I mean, it is kind of goofy to think about. Like, why are you gonna bother going that above and beyond just to say that you have certain cars on a typing game or with this or that, and it does cause a lot of drama. Yeah, I mean, it's there's constantly issues with people getting their accounts stolen. They'll come and comment on my videos like, "Yo, can you call out this person? They stole my account. Like, I got hacked." And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I mean, I can't really do anything for you, but it happens all the time, unfortunately, in the community. And I'm sure that's one of the things that keeps our community so like small in terms of the YouTube scene, is that it's a lot of just like hacking and other ridiculous things to
Yeah,
kind of run things.
literally, the first
Yeah.
thing you search up if you search up Nitro Type, it's literally a speed hack.
It's like Genfio like using an auto typer on Nitro type.
Until I get banned.
Yeah, dude, that's a funny concept, but like yeah, that's like the image of Nitro type is it's literally just a kids typing game that random people cheat on. That's like all it is, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I just feel like that there's some like legitimate stories that are worth telling, but you can never be certain who did and didn't buy it, so it's like it's never possible. That's why I kind of didn't really like making those competitive documentaries, to be honest with you, because it's just very much like, there's a lot of cheated history, and it's very hard to report on things without knowing or like and actually know exactly who did and didn't cheat in the game. And I think that really limits the game a lot. That's why the competitive scene would have never really been something bigger because, like cheating is so prevalent. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
But
It's always a guessing game for whenever it comes down to that, and then that's also why a lot of accounts are getting unbanned whenever they should be banned or whatever the case may be. It's just you don't really know what's going on.
actually, speaking of accounts getting unbanned, I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Bluer, him getting unbanned? Do you think he cheats?
Ooh, bluer drama.
Yeah, honestly, he is in the 115 WPM zone. I noticed that a lot whenever I was grinding. So
Yeah.
personally, and he never uses emojis or anything. I know that's not really like any proof or anything, but personally, I don't know how I feel about it. But I do know that a lot of people were saying that SSH, like volatile, she's the reason why he got unbanned or whatever. Because they were saying that he didn't bot or whatever. I don't know. It's always some drama in SSH. Like that's why I try to stay away from it. So personally, he could be botting or not, but that's just how I see it for the situation.
Yeah, I don't blame you for wanting to stay out of it. It was kind of messy getting involved in that and like making the videos and everything, kind of trying to, I mean, it was just like, to me at first, I was super convinced he was botting. I thought it was like a big scandal, but then I was kind of like, well, I don't know. I mean, I have no idea, I guess. I've raced against him a lot too, like in the past, and it always felt like a botter, but at the same time, if the guy's legit, then, obviously he deserves the chance to or like have a good reputation at least. So I mean, I don't really have any proof. So yeah, I kind of know what you mean. It's worth it just to stay out of that drama, probably for sure.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was interesting because I didn't really know what your take would be there. I know a lot of people had some very hot opinions about whether or not you should have been banned one way or the other. But is there anything as far as like anything you are involved with, maybe drama wise, or anything else that you want to talk about on here? And good right now.
Yeah. I found out today, actually recently, that I don't know if a lot of people are familiar with the team DRDVL, but apparently there's
Yes.
been some. Yeah, apparently
Yeah.
been some. Yeah, it's always drama and stuff. There's been rumors and stuff that the co-captains were planning on bringing the team back and botting it up to top 10 again. And then certain people were getting blamed for who was actually responsible for the botting behind the team. So that's just like a spoiler. If you ever see DRDVL just randomly escalate on the leaderboard, they're botting the top 10.
Yeah. Dude, I remember when they were exploiting and they had like 10 accounts that got top 100 in one day of racing. And then, oh my, and then like all of a sudden they had like 15,000 races in the last 24 hours. And then they had like 2,000 the next day. I was like, bro, this is like too obvious. Like,
Yeah.
come on. You guys got to hide it a little bit at least. Like, I mean, this is just ridiculous. Daredevil. Yeah, that's definitely one of those classic teams. And then they were like friends with GXT or something, it seemed like. And they were trying to call out TVZ when apparently Gavin claimed he got hacked or something. Speaking of getting hacked, didn't Dork, I think you said this, didn't the account get hacked that G1 bought?
Well, he told me that, yeah, he told me that it got hacked. Like, so it was, 100K something account, and he bought it.
160K. It's
Yeah,
Whipped
one
Cream's
sixty.
account.
Yeah, 160K, and he bought it for $10, and then it got hacked like 2 days later.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about the situation, but I've kind of put things together. The thing said Fortnite Queen on it, and then I realized that that was actually Benny's account. He's the he's the owner of the team B2T, which is Born to Type, and his display name was actually Fortnite Queen on the 160K account. So I realized that if it wasn't him, it had to be one of his friends. But I know definitely about the DRDVL and GXT. If they were partnering up, it was through Padlet because they have community chats and stuff that they talk on there. They can't get on Discord.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
it's
I've heard that
yeah.
before. Someone tried sharing a link to like Padlet or something, I think, when they were like on TBZ, and I was like, I thought it was an IP grabber potentially, and I was like kicking them off the team. I was like, bro, like what is this garbage? It was like the weirdest looking thing ever. And they were like, it's just
Yeah.
Padlet for people that can't get on Discord. And I'm like, I don't know, bro. 'Cause they like joined the team and immediately started exploiting. I was like, well, I don't know how much I trust you. So,
Yeah.
you gotta kind
Yeah,
of.
the people yeah, the people in on there they're crazy. They're like want to buy this account for how much ever money. I'm like, bro, do you have anything else better to do than spend all your time? And that's all I see every single day when I go in there. How much for this account? How much for this account? I'm like, dude, seriously?
Yeah, that
That's
seems like I don't know, man.
yeah.
It's not worth it. To me, that's not worth it, but maybe are they selling them for real cash or is it like nitro type money?
It's nitro type money, and then people are getting their accounts scammed and everything into there. It's
It's a
it's
wild
funny at the
west.
same time. Yeah.
It is a shame. I mean, people need to learn. Man, that's like, oh my God. Yeah, I would never, unless I really trust someone, I wouldn't buy. I mean, like the account that's captain at TBZ, like I bought that from Universal Legend, but like, I mean, I knew he wasn't gonna scam me because like he saved the TBZ tag like 4 times. It'd be kind of like dumb for him to scam me all that time later,
Yeah.
like for no reason. I don't know. I mean, you kind of have to know like if you can trust people. Like I would never go on a random server and just be like, oh yeah, let me just buy this account and definitely this person's definitely not gonna put it in a class and take it back or do anything with it. But the thing I want to know is how did G1 get hacked? Does anyone know
I don't
like
know.
how?
What I'm guessing is that the original person, which would be whipped cream, I think, reset the password, honestly, or else I don't even know, to be honest.
Well, King
Well,
Legend's
that
saying
could
someone else had it. So
yeah, that could be a possibility, but as far as I know, Whipped Cream quit the community in general and gave his email to Gavin. So and Gavin has access to the email, so he can reset it anytime he wants. So between
well
the
then,
scamming and everything, like they even tried to put me up in the mix. They thought I had the account. Like, nah. And then he was telling me you better return the account. Blah blah blah. I don't. It's stupid, dude. I didn't even
Because
touch that account.
because
yeah, I wouldn't have
Ultra
touched it.
Ultra and Tendons also got
Ultra.
offered the account.
Yeah, I was offered it as well for the Discord Nitro code, and I just ignored him. I'm like, why would I like fall for this scam, bro? Like my account is literally a little better. Like I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna be the guy that's gonna fall for this. Come on now,
Yeah,
man.
it's a Google account too. So every single time that he resets the password, no one can get back into the account because it's gonna be
Dang.
a Google email password. Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, dang it, is
So
that
it's
like
basically free nitro for whoever's trying to scam with the account.
Oh my gosh.
that's that's got to be one of the biggest Google accounts then,
It really
160K.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
huh. Because I mean, I don't know. I don't know too many Google accounts that did he? He must have reset the username, right?
Um. No, I don't think so.
It's still just like that random garbled mess of like long like.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
that's
sure his
funny.
account is racer slash the real whipped cream or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
Yeah.
but in any case, that's really dumb that people are. Dang, if someone like has a Google account, they get the username switch, then they could use that bait and switch and just try to sell the fake account. Dang. Yeah, that's like I don't know, man. Like if you're out there watching this and someone offers you a 160K account for a Discord Nitro code, don't fall for that. Like the account's worth more than $10.
Or a
Come on
gift
now.
It's
card,
all
or a
it's
gift
obviously
card.
gonna get reset too.
Yeah, like especially because it's non-refundable. Like how are you gonna get that Discord Nitro code back? They're gonna claim it, and then they're gonna take the account. Like you can't be like you know letting yourself get scammed like that, guys. Come on now. You gotta just ignore that. Because G1 even messaged me all excited when he got the account. And I was thinking, like, bro, I just really don't think that you get a good choice with that. But all right, man. Hey, if you get the account, then by all means, more power to
That's
you. But
exactly what I said.
I just didn't
Yeah, I mean,
really trust it.
yeah, I was like, it's really no point too. Like, why would you rather get scammed and you don't even really play Nitro type like that anymore? You switch to Minecraft content, so
Yeah, for real.
it's
Like, he
just
just wanted to like flex
yeah,
on people or something. Dude, speaking of
yeah,
that, like I swear he's making up world records. I don't mean to be bashing G1. If you're watching this, man, I still love you, but I just want to say those world records you're setting, man, they're a little bit fishy to me. Like the obtained coal thing, because that was like super unoptimized. I don't know, man. I'm a little suspicious of that. I don't know if anyone else has seen his recent videos, but I'm gonna just put it out there, man. I think these records might need a little more optimization before you post them.
yeah. I
Yeah.
actually seen his channel earlier today, and I was looking at that. I was like, interesting. I wonder if it's like a hack or not. I'm not sure, but because I don't personally play Minecraft, but
Yeah.
I'll still watch it and look at it.
Well, the thing was, like, he had the starting chest with a wooden pickaxe already, so he could easily mine the coal, but there was a cave already right next to him, so maybe it was a set seed that's super good. But the thing is, like, he literally took forever he put every tool in his inventory and then took forever to get the coal when it would have been way faster just to mine the coal as soon as you grab the wooden pickaxe. You know what I mean? So it's like, how is that the world record then, if it's super unoptimal, unless nobody's ever tried to beat it before? I don't know,
Yeah.
but. I mean, it's just coming from, I mean, as far as speedrunning goes, like I kind of take that seriously. So I'm like, come on, bro, you gotta respect it a little bit, man. Don't be posting that up. Nah, but for real, I just thought it was funny when you mentioned how he switched to Minecraft content because I saw his other world records too of like falling into the void and stuff, and I was just a little confused by
That
that.
video
But
got like 1K views.
it was a
Yeah.
short. To be
Yeah.
fair, my doodle jump shorts get like all of them get like 1 to 3K. Free. And it's like so dumb. It's like the dumbest views ever. Because like it's literally just like random clips, and then I just put a random dumb title in there, and then YouTube's
You're
like, all
like
right.
super good at that game too.
I mean,
Like
I would say I'm actually good. Yeah.
I mean, like I die before 200, so like I'm not even good at the game at all. So you're pretty good. So I'm not surprised if you get like a ton of views on that.
The shorts have been picking up over time for sure. Like each one now kind of gets picked up by the algorithm, which is kind of nice. But the thing is, like, I mean, I don't have the highest score in the world. I just speed run the game, so I've gotten 100,000 points, like 44 seconds faster than second place or something. So I mean, like even someone else even said they don't think anyone else in the world could beat it right now. So and that's what I mean. Like that was a mega grind just to do that. Like versus like that record. I'm like I don't know, man. I'm a little suspicious, but. In any case, definitely getting off track here. Is there anything else with botting you wanted to talk about in particular?
No, not necessarily. I
Okay.
think that was all so far. Yeah.
All right. Well, what about other topics then? What else did you want to get into?
Do you guys want to talk about
Oh,
Wildflower?
We can if you want. I mean, I don't
yeah.
have much to say. I've kind of beat that horse to death, I feel like, to be honest with you, as far as making like 10 videos about her. So I think, as far as her switching teams, I think it's interesting. I really still think that she wanted the nitro type cash and she liked like that feeling of being desired again, if you will, in the sense of that sounded so weird. Like on a nitro type team, like in the sense of like because she wasn't the same player anymore. I feel like it gave her like it reinvigorated her sense of feeling like a top player again, kind of winning all these teams wanting her to join and all that stuff. To me, I feel like it was a way to kind of just like relive the glory days without having to grind all out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was a captain of Tier 2 W for like over a year, and then
Yeah,
finally she switched it over to Pinky One. That way she could take a break. So I could see
yeah,
her like actually enjoying. wanting people to join other teams because like she's been on PRTW so long. She
Yeah.
needs a break. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't blame her. I just felt like it was just like to me, like I don't know, it'd be annoying if you join my team for like 12 hours and then just leave after you
I'm
like first
surprised she
semester to
didn't
join
join
and stuff.
TBZ. I mean, it was open enrollment.
Yeah, well, I'm
Yeah.
not surprised. If I sent her cash, maybe, but I didn't really care. TBZ was the going down it was going off a cliff at that point, so I wasn't too worried about what TBZ
Right.
did. The team's falling down. Eventually, we'll probably. You know
We'll
what's
get
gonna
back
happen
up.
one day? Like,
Yeah,
no,
yo, Rocky, he
literally,
always comes back, bro.
like it's gonna be like one day. I'm like, once I don't care about it, and I'm like, oh, the team's dead. Then some random person's gonna want to bring it back, and then somehow it'll happen for like a month and then die. Like that's what always seems to happen. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure in the future, I'm just never gonna disband. Obviously, I'll just keep the team and just do a race enough so the team doesn't auto disband because that'd be the worst thing ever. Imagine just letting that happen.
How long
You
does
just
it
don't
take?
race for. It's like 3 or 4 months. It's a long time. So you'd have to be really sleeping on the job if you forgot about that for 3 months.
Dang.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean I've never lost a tag before and I've had points where it was like over 2 months for some of my tags. So yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have any other thoughts on Wildflower or are you kinda because I feel like there's not much to say there.
Yeah, yeah, I don't.
I wouldn't because I mean Almighty One getting hacked, that's something I thought would be worth talking about.
He got hacked. I thought.
Yeah. Either he bought it, he purposely bought it the 1K speed, or he got hacked. Either way, it's pretty sad because I know
Yeah.
I did a video on that earlier today. He
Yeah, I
lost
saw it.
his rare display. Yeah, he lost his rare display name because it's now just Tran Q. That's actually like
Yeah.
really.
It took
Yeah,
Yeah,
off
I
that's
remember.
the emojis, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember looking at the individual leaderboard yesterday and the day before, and it said that he had a top speed of 1,378. I should have filmed that in the video, but unfortunately I didn't. And then when I looked on there today, it shows that I'm back as being on top for the WPM. But yeah, that's what the speed said it was, and then he got a reset. I think yesterday or today to 130 something.
Oh,
And
so
so
it got
yeah, he
reset.
lost. Yeah. So the NT admins reset that and removed his username. I think that's part of what happens whenever they reset your thing. They have to change your display name. But again, like you said, he most likely did get hacked. If he had to get his display name removed, it's because he got his Nitro Type account back from support,
maybe Anshu
and they
hacked
had
him.
to.
Maybe Anshu hacked him.
Yeah.
That sounds about
Probably, yeah.
right.
Anshu, I don't know much about him. I know he's like 14 years old, but that dude is like a mastermind at guessing NT account passwords.
He says
Personally, I
he's
wouldn't.
17 though, which is really
17?
surprising.
Oh,
but who knows if yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
Who?
But
just at this point.
he says a lot of stuff, so yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely knows how to get into accounts for sure. And the website's very unsecure. Nitro Type has a lot of flaws with it, with their way of securing accounts. So, like, they make it very easy for someone to steal your cookies and then have all your account information. So it's like they definitely could, encrypt your passwords, for example, so that only your device would have the ability to unencrypt it and then be able to recognize it. They could do something like I don't know, man. Some of these accounts, like, they do mean something. Like, my account does mean something to me at the end of the day when I think about the thousands of hours that I
I'm
spent on it.
surprised he hasn't hacked like Volatile or people like VR, for example.
I don't know if you can. Like, I mean, I don't want to encourage anyone, but I think it'd be really hard to get into an account like mine. Like, with the way that it's set up, it's very, like, designed to, be against every, like, kind of password guesser that would be out there. Like, it's very
Same,
much,
like,
like, it's just
yeah,
very, I don't know how,
it's
I'm
just
not going to
something
talk
about.
too much.
Yeah, it's just something about older people. Like we're just like we think about this type of stuff. Like we're not obviously not gonna make our password like
Password.
I'm banned, yeah, or
Eh,
Fortnite or something stupid like that. Like we're obviously gonna make something that is gonna be really super hard for someone to think about
Yeah,
in order to
exactly.
get into the account. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's not even like it's something that because like some people will use like something that means something to them so that they can remember it, but I just save it into a notepad and it's just like it's like almost like it is encrypted. It's like just super long, all of this random like garbled symbols and then other stuff mixed in to also like it would be
Uh,
really hard to. I mean, I let Mangoes do my garage and he couldn't believe the password when he saw it. And then when I changed it after that, I just made it twice as long. So it's like to me,
wow.
I just want to like make it really impossible someone and like to be fair, Danger Bob did just literally get right onto Aiden's account without having to pass guess it years ago. So that's the thing. Like there were definitely security holes in the website, and there might still be some out there, unfortunately. I don't know, man. So these kids know how to like really mess with like the code and stuff, it seems.
Yeah, especially whenever you're dealing with like botting. Like if you look at my video that I made for how to bot on Nitro type, I made that one. It wasn't. It turns out like a lot of people actually use that bot. I'm surprised and actually pretty sad because I was using that as just for an alt, and I was actually discouraging botting. I was like, just use it on an alt if you really want to bot that bad. But when I went to the actual site, it shows that it had over 100 likes on it. So people are using that bot like crazy. And I'm trying to figure out how to take down the coding, but it's really people are adding password stealers and everything else to that encrypted whenever they enter their stuff to make the bot work. So that's another reason why a lot of accounts are getting taken and stuff is by doing that. People are just want to bot so bad that they'll enter their password on any site just
Yeah.
to bot.
Oh
Exactly.
my
And
God.
yeah,
Why do people do that? I like have seen that before and I'm like, you like have to be an idiot. That'd be like if someone was like, "Oh, I have to or I want to send you $1 million, but I have to just log into your bank account first." Like you're really
yeah,
gonna trust that? Like you're gonna put your username and password in there? There's no way I would ever do that. That's like asking
yeah.
for like at that point you
It's
almost
like
deserve to be scammed. To me. Like it's like I don't know what
yeah,
to tell you, man. Like, come on, you need to think when you're doing stuff like that, especially if it's a good account. Because sometimes people will like have like a big account and it just like Whipped Cream's account, for example. If someone gave me that account, and I was good friends with them. If I was in Gavin's position, like I would just keep the account, chilling, and it would just be another good alt to have. Like it wouldn't be like any BS going on with it, but. And to
Exactly.
me, it's unfortunate because it ruins, I mean, not ruins it. To some people, like that's gonna, it affects his reputation, like whipped cream, I mean, and his legacy, and it's gonna be tarnished by that, because that account's being used for bullshit now. So, uh-oh,
yeah. I mean, most
demonetized.
Demonetized.
Demonetized. Oh
Oh
no,
no,
cancel.
cancel.
You
No,
said a
Said a
bad
bad
no,
word.
word.
Susan, I'm sorry.
yeah.
My kids need to eat, Susan. Please don't take all the ads, even though we're nowhere near 1K. But yeah, let that one slip a little bit. But yeah, it just bothers me, and I'm like, man, those accounts deserve a little more respect. Because if someone legitimately achieves that many races, like I know myself, it beats the crap out of your body. Or you need to, like
Yeah.
at least if you do it like at a top level, you grind like for top three and stuff. So it's like those accounts should be a little respected. I don't know, man.
Wasn't saying that. That's another reason why he quit the community. It was not just drama, but he actually had carpal tunnel issues from grinding top 50 racer legit. And
Yeah.
after a while, like he literally couldn't type at all. Like his doctor said that he couldn't. And he had to put on like a wrist bracelet and everything to keep it from getting worse. That's how bad his carpal tunnel got. Now, as
Oh
far as
yeah.
Gavin goes, yeah, I'm not so sure, but apparently he gave whipped cream iPhone 13 that was delivered to his house because
Yo,
he
that's
needed it.
crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. Like again, the possibilities of that, I'm not so sure. I'm not saying that he didn't, but to be honest, I'm not so sure if that's true or not. If and again, I never found out if he actually got it because he was supposed to get it on the 13th of January. We're now in February, so
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, so
I
it's
do want to
just
know. Yeah, like people talk about these crazy numbers, and we've talked about this on the podcast before. Like Stormy apparently buying two Nitro Type accounts for 1K. Now apparently an iPhone that's super expensive is going for a Nitro Type account. Like I don't know if these accounts are really worth this much, or if people are really willing to. Like I feel like these are just rumors. I've never like I don't know. I've never really believed it much.
You
You
must
must
be
be
high
high
to.
buy a nitro type account for 1 grand. To be
The
honest.
max I pay for a
Yeah.
typing account, if at all, is 500. I'm not going 1K for a typing account. I'm just not doing that. I don't understand. I don't think it's worth that much. Maybe
Yeah.
if
I
it was
mean,
wildflowers, I can understand because like that's 728,000 races.
Yeah.
But
right. I
any
still
other account,
wouldn't
yeah.
do it, but like I could see justifying her account for 1K, but any other, yeah, like I get that the time's worth a lot of money, but it's not like Nitro type is big enough where like it means anything. Like something can take a lot of time and still have low value because it just isn't popular enough. So to me, like those numbers just seem really ridiculous. But I don't know, maybe it did happen. Anshu, I mean, and this must have been like a scam. He was claiming to be serious. He was trying to offer me like 3,500 for my main and for TBZ. So I mean, obviously that's pretty suspicious there. So I mean,
Yeah.
I would be like, dude. So I mean, people just throw around crazy numbers for these things, and I'm like, there's no way like that you have that money just ready to go. And even if I said it before, I wouldn't sell TBZ for anything because it just isn't worth letting someone else affect the reputation and like do whatever they want with the team for money. Like it's not about that. I mean, like that's not like the point. I never played Nitro Type with the idea to make money from it, so that's kind of stupid to me.
Yeah.
It's dumb. Like
I'm
it's
not
not.
saying I'm not saying that there's not any rich people that play this typing game on here, but I'm just gonna be honest. If you're playing a typing game, I don't see how you could be rich enough to throw out 3.5K for a typing account.
Oh my
There's just
god.
no way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you
he
literally
was.
you gotta pay out. For me, I still have to pay out my Mustang. I got school. I gotta worry about insurance, all kinds of stuff. I can't just give you 3.5K for a typing account. No, I need that money for everything else.
He was claiming that he had NFTs he was gonna sell and stuff. I was like, bro, like if I was like if worst case scenario, if that's true, like don't like waste your like money on like stuff like that. I was like, because I'm like I would really regret or like letting you waste that much money, even if somehow that was true. Like it would be really stupid. Because you would regret that one day, I would think, to sell your NFTs and stuff to buy literally a Nitro type team and account. Like, what is TBZ gonna give you in terms of money? Literally
Nitro
nothing.
type NFTs coming in 2024.
God, Nitro type would jump on that bandwagon. NFTs are such a joke. I'm like, you guys need to just like look to actual valuable tokens like Ethereum that have functionality instead of playing hot potato with the next bubble. Like, I don't know, man. People just don't understand. Like if you're in it for the short term and you're gonna buy it and then sell it, a month later because it doubled in value, by all means do that. But I mean like people that are like, oh, my NFT is gonna be like the way that I'm gonna be, the next Elon Musk. Like it's not the future. There's no utility with NFTs or anything of value there. And I don't mean to get on a random rant, but it just bothers me. People don't seem to understand like it's a short term, flip. It's nothing more than that.
Yeah.
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 You know what I mean? It's a waste of money otherwise because they're going to be worth nothing in a few years. At least the vast majority of them. Maybe some exception will happen with a few of them that will end up being like somehow super valuable. But at the end of the day, it's like it is a fad market and there's no real value behind it. Like certain cryptocurrencies have actual value in their existence, and like Ethereum, a bunch of other tokens are based off of that. But to me, there's just nothing really to NFTs. Like you're just buying basically the ownership of a digital piece of media. And it's like you're buying like the ticket that shows you own that picture or that video or whatever. And then it's like that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it takes even
Yeah.
longer to invest in this stuff than it does to like just get something. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it's just like I don't know, man. And there's so many scams, like so many rug pulls. You'll invest in a project, and then the creator pulls out all the money that came into it in a week, and then you get scammed. Like Ice Poseidon did that recently. A bunch of these big creators are getting like like really big names get wrapped into these like crypto scams and promote them and stuff. And it's like I don't know, man. Like as bad as Nitro Type is, the real world is coming down just as fast. I feel like, to be honest with you. I feel like it's like Nitro Type's downfall is kind of what the matches the downfall of the real world. You know, that's when COVID started. That's when they really stopped caring about botting. I don't know, man. All linked
yeah,
together. But in all honesty, like, yeah, I mean, as much as buying a Nitro Type account is worthless, I mean, NFTs are really something that I don't know. It's to me like I like that seems like really paying like $2 million for like a picture of like the bored apes monkey or something like that. Like that seems really insane to me.
A Travis
Unless
monkey, a Travis NFT monkey.
Dude, that would be
Yeah.
great if we got Well, I don't know how Travis would look as a monkey, but if we got Travis in general, then we
Yeah.
could. Yeah, that would be funny, dude. They definitely need to make a car with just Travis's face or something on there. That would be pretty legendary. See, I would respect Nitro Type if they would at least be funny or do something. Man, I don't know. I don't know. Like,
We need a
have you
meme
guys?
season. We need a meme season.
Yeah. Have you guys like seen some of the videos that people make though? Like I don't know how people do it. I said this on Nate Dogg's video earlier. Like, don't you get bored just talking about this? The new season leaks? Like it's just like that's all Nitro Tape offers us, man. Like
Yes.
so boring.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
To
I
me,
know. I know in one of my videos I had pointed out like some of this stuff like a bunch of YouTubers will make the same content and then it's just like the subscribers they're like bored because like why would you I just they're doing the same thing and then like everyone already knows this at this point it's not even original anymore it's just same ideas it's just the subscribers aren't going to be as like engaged if you're doing like the same stuff like
yeah.
the leaks.
Well, I definitely agree. Yeah, because it's like if you're just everyone's just talking about like what they are. Like if you're gonna present something and someone else has already done it, then you should try to offer a unique perspective to it, I think, instead of just talking about it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
for example, like the extensions, like I know some YouTubers like Gifio, he updated that, so that is actually even though it's been around for a while, he actually updated some of the extensions that you can use for Nitro Type. So that's like a pass. That's like actually something unique that you can use about it. But as far as just doing the exact same thing someone already said, that's just it's you don't really need to do that because it's basically just copying.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And like you said, for the subscribers, it gets boring, and like it makes the community stale. It's like not, like we only have a few big channels in the community to begin with, so if they're all doing the same thing, then it kind of just sucks for the community to ever have a chance to grow. Like someone else needs to be like, if they're going to talk about it, because that's the thing, everyone wants to talk about it because it gets views, and there's nothing else to talk about with Nitro Type. But I'm like, you can at least do it in a unique way, or like maybe you actually give certain thoughts, or maybe maybe you try to talk about the history of certain things and like relate it to now, and like the history of the car that they brought back, or you offer at least something that someone else didn't, and like that at least it's something. But I don't know, like yeah, how people just or feel okay with just reiterating the same leak that like everyone else also got, and they all steal from each other on Discord. Like people will take a screenshot that they saw in a group chat and not credit the person and stuff. And I'm like, I always try to give people like a
Well,
lot of credit because it's like if I'm gonna come up, like I want to bring you up with me.
yeah,
I mean,
I
that's how I
usually
look at it.
I always give credits if I find any leaks. I always give credit.
I've never posted about leaks before, to be honest with you. And see, that's the thing. I do have a decently subscribed Nitro Type channel for not posting them. So you don't have to do it. If you're watching this as a new Nitro Type channel, don't feel like you need to do what everyone else is doing. If
Yeah,
you do
you
something
don't.
unique, you'll actually have a better chance of growing because you are offering a unique voice that people don't get to hear instead of just being another, one of the five people that posted the third season leak and being another person who's just being like, all right, this is what it is and it looks cool and all right, peace guys. Like, you're not gonna get any. I mean, like, even though it gets easy views at first, it's already like very saturated. So it's like you might as well go for something unique if you're gonna try to come into this community.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that because like a lot of people they'll do stuff like that and I mean it'll get its fair share of likes and views like you said, but yeah, you might as well make it interesting. I know you're not having fun doing the same thing other people are doing. You're just basically uploading just to upload. So
Yeah,
that's the thing.
that's true
If
too.
you
Like,
We just need new features and updates, to be honest.
I mean, Nitro
yeah,
Tech needs to
that's
do more to talk about, yes, but I don't know. Everyone's like the content's so dry, and I'm like, it's only dry if you only talk about Nitro type updates. You need to also talk about the competitive scene, and you need to talk about other things like with the history. Like, you need to cover the whole thing if you want to have a chance of uploading daily content without it getting really stale really fast. Like
Yeah.
people always
That's
complain, I'm like, if you read the wiki, like you'll find stuff that'll amaze you, and you'll want to make a video about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
good
good
stuff
stuff
in
in
the
the
wiki.
wiki.
Or the retrospectives from each year, like reading through those. Like, I mean, who would know that in 2015, Travis said that I Love Shoes had the best garage on Nitro type? Like, it's just such, like, that's the kind of thing you'd only know if you went and read that. You know what I mean? It's just cool stuff
yeah,
like that. That is the kind of thing that can, like, I want to do more content that's like, maybe like 10 facts you didn't know about Nitro type, stuff that's more accessible to a larger audience and makes our game like more algorithm friendly. That's really my goal moving forward to be with content. When I did that one video about like how long can a race last, that was kind of like my first real attempt at making like more accessible, algorithm friendly, engaging content. So that's the direction I'm going to take personally. I don't know about you guys. I know you guys also have channels. So what do you guys think? Where are you going to try to go with the game?
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm also thinking about doing challenges. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and give G1 his credit because I like really like this idea of like random like challenges. Like for
Yeah,
maybe for
that's
one week,
it.
he could do like yeah, like a speed challenge with and collabs with other people. So you like have a certain amount of people race, and then whoever gets the most like accuracy or speed wins money or whatever. That would be like an
Yeah.
interesting idea.
That's a good idea, challenges. And I need to get that super match out with VL and his Hysteria really soon. I need to stop sleeping
Yes,
on
a
that.
super
super
match,
match,
Yeah,
dude.
that's
dude.
I'm
gonna
so
be.
hyped for it.
Yeah.
I'm so hyped for it.
Yeah, I
And
need to do better with that for real.
and
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
speaking
Speaking
about
about
what
what
you
you
were
were
saying,
saying,
like
like
yeah,
yeah,
like
like
the
the
content,
content
it can be stale, but you just gotta find something new and original to make a video on. Like I recently collabed with CK, and the video did pretty good. The video did pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like,
Um,
okay, here's a perfect example. I made that one video about the random account that was like, I used that in quotations because it was about Billy33. And then when Craze commented with all that information, I'm like, yo, if you make a video about it, I'll give you a shout out. And that became his most viewed video because of that
Yeah.
little situation. And like, that would have never happened if we didn't kind of talk and try to work together. So, what you were talking about, King, with collabs, I definitely agree. That's a really big thing that we need more of in the community because like literally nobody wants to make a video together and I'm like we're all so tiny like we need each other. I think we really do need to work together as much as we can, I think, but I don't know, that's just kind of me. And the challenges I want to see too, I think that would be interesting. And yeah, I
yeah.
definitely agree with you guys. I think it'll be good and hopefully we can maybe kind of collaborate on content between us in the future as well. Maybe we can figure out something to do. I don't
yeah,
Yeah,
know, we'll
man,
see
I'm
that
down
Um,
for
sure.
sure.
when we get to there, but
yeah.
we'll see how that goes. But yeah, no, that sounds like it'll be really interesting to see. If we can get like maybe popular Nitro type YouTubers to like face off in typing matches and stuff and kind of hype it up and maybe have like a central like server that we run things through, like it could be really good. I feel like if multiple people would work together, it's always one person trying to do stuff. I feel like everyone
Yeah,
needs to come together, but I don't know, man. We'll see what happens, I'm sure.
I
I
Wishful
mean,
mean,
thinking, right?
yeah.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
if
if
any
any
YouTuber
YouTuber
wants
wants
to
to
collab,
collab,
I
I
mean,
mean,
I'm
I'm
down.
down.
It
It
just
just
like
like
depends
depends
on
on
what
what
the
the
video
video
is
is
gonna
gonna
be
be
about
about
because
because I
I got
got
like
like
two
two
messages
messages
from
from
two
two
different
different
people
people
saying,
saying,
"Hey,
"Hey,
yo,
yo,
you
you
want
want
to
to
collab?"
collab?"
And
And
then
then
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
What
what
do you
do you
want to
want to
do?"
do?
Like,
Like,
Yeah, I always ask people what they want to do too, because like there will be sometimes, it's not like I'm like famous obviously, but sometimes smaller channels might be like looking at it as an opportunity to grow without like considering what they have to offer you. Like, don't if you talk to a big YouTuber and they don't want to collab, don't be like, oh, this guy's just mean. It's because you also have to consider, well, what are you offering them? And it's not like maybe you're offering them a big chance to grow their channel because of your subs, but like, what interesting thing do you have to talk about that's going to help them make better content? Because you can't expect just a handout at the same time. No. It's got to be people working together and providing value to each other for sure. And I mean, even like when Corona Karen hit me up the other day, or CK, I guess, as you know, he hit me up about if I want to make a video talking about Nitro type skins, and I know nothing about them. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, I know less than you probably about Nitro type skins. I don't really care about that side of the game, so unfortunately, I can't do that video. So, it can't be, yeah, it can't be collabs on like anything, right? And you can't. hit up someone without an idea and just expect them to want to be able to collab. But if you guys have ideas out there and you think maybe with the help of another channel it might work out better, my DMs are open. I don't know about anyone else, but feel free to
Same
reach
here,
out for
same
sure.
here, same here.
Yeah,
So,
so,
but
but
yeah,
yeah, speaking of skins, yeah, that's actually interesting because I know Darky made a video a while
Yeah,
ago about
it
some
was.
skins that never got released.
Yeah,
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 they
they
never.
never.
I
I
actually
actually
made
made like three
three videos
videos
talking
talking
about
about
it,
it,
and
and
then
then
the
the
my
my
skins
skins
video
video
was
was
my
my
most
most
popular
popular
video
video
until
until
now.
now.
Recently,
Recently,
the
the
wildflower,
wildflower,
this
this
wildflower
wildflower
bought
bought
on
on
nitrate
nitrate
type
type
video,
video
is
is
now
now
my
my
most
most
popular
popular
video
video
on
on
my
my
yeah,
channel.
channel.
Yeah,
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 but
people
but
want to
honestly,
yeah,
know.
but
but
honestly,
honestly,
for
for
what
what
I
I
can
can
see
see
for
for
skins
skins
is
is
that
that
they
they
got
got
announced.
announced.
They've
They've
been
been
announced
announced
for
for
years
years
now,
now,
but
but
it's
it's
like
like
Nitro
Nitro
Type
Type
has
has
forgotten
forgotten
about
about
them,
them,
to
to
be
be
honest.
honest.
And
And
there's
there's
some
some
really
really
cool
cool
skins
skins
like
like
a
a
Gotham
Gotham
skin,
skin,
like
like
it's
it's
like
like
Blue
Blue
Lightning.
Lightning.
It's
It's
really
really
cool
cool
that
that
I
I
would
would
love
love
to
to
see
see
in
in
the
the
shop
shop
instead
instead
of
of
Nitro
Night
Type
Trap
releasing
releasing
rare
rare
cars.
cars.
You
You
know,
know,
Yeah, re-releasing rare cards. That
re-releasing rare
bothers
cars.
me. What do
yeah,
you
it
think
It
about
does.
that,
does.
King? What do you think about rare cards coming back?
well, for me, I think that that's like the main reason why a lot of like the super good people have quit the game. Like I don't know if Pingo and Typer himself quit because the rare cards coming back or because he just doesn't want to play Nitro Type anymore. But I know like a lot of people that were big, like Wizard. He said he's never coming back to Nitro Type because of due to buying and rare cars coming back. So
Yeah.
honestly, I think yeah, a lot of people are mad about that. I myself, at first, I was mad about it because I know before the Midnight Hauler came back, I had a 2013 account with the actual Midnight Hauler title in the car before anyone else had it, and then they bring the car back during Halloween season. And I'm just like, wow. So this account is basically useless now. There's nothing I can really do because they just brought back the car. So I know a lot of people. I know how they could feel about that. So and they might quit the
Yeah.
game because of that. So
Yeah, no,
and
I know.
yeah, but and then again, I guess Nitro site doesn't really care as long as they're making money and like promoting the site. They'll do whatever. That's kind of my takes on everything that's happening right now. The
I
between badges, botting, and everything, they don't care. They're still making money on NT Gold and stuff at the end of the day. So that's really how I feel about this game at this point.
Yeah, I think that to me, like I think that they want to push out the competitive roots that the game has, to be honest with you. And like when you talk about top players quitting because of these things, like I think that they are trying to allow botting in a sense, like at least to an extent, because for one, it's easier not to worry about it, but for two, people that wanted to play legit end up just quitting the game because they can't compete with the bots. I feel like it's kind of like if you look back really far in Nitro Type's history, they were extremely deeply rooted with their competitive players, more so than the random kids playing the game or the random people buying gold. They cared about the actual competitive scene back when they were like FTW. Their entire company was founded on the fact that they started with Nitro Type and they get to have this big multi-million dollar company now because of it. But they want to abandon those roots and just push them away from the website. I'm like, it's pathetic and it's embarrassing to me because those people deserve so much
Yeah,
better when they were promised so much from the admins and they directly told it wasn't like these people grind away their life for a game that never cared. The game pretended to care, or it did care. It really did at one point, and then they turned on the people, and that's what's not fair to me because those people dedicated all that time for nothing now. When at first it was for something and it was to them meaningful, and they were promised certain things like Shadow Xmas Tree would never come back after 2012. They literally said that. And people did like, I think you had to do what, like a 500 session, 600 session on long races with terrible server load times. That was an all day endeavor almost to do that back then. And they just brought back the card twice, like with no problem. Just to make sure that people, and like you want to talk about them needing money, like these cars, when they bring them back, it's like you keep people spending Nitro type cash so they keep buying it from the game. Like it all is just about generating more revenue without caring about the competitive players and even just pushing them down, like trying to like suppress those roots. And I'm like, that's just not right. Like it's really bothered me for a long time now, and I kind of wanted to get that out. So that's how I feel about that. It really is like to
yeah,
me, it's a shame.
Yeah, I agree.
Me
me
too.
too.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely agree on that because like I know for people that don't like how they're doing all this stuff, they have to. We literally like. I know Nate Dogg, Disruption. A lot of people have to make things just to make the game still more fun. Like they literally have to create spreadsheets and all that other stuff.
Yeah, like yeah, Disruption had to like create the top 300 leaderboard for players just so you can see your ranking.
The
Yeah.
The
lack
lack
of
of
transparency,
transparency,
though.
though,
The
the
lack
lack
of
of
transparency,
transparency,
man.
man,
It
it
sucks.
sucks.
Yeah, I mean there is
Yeah,
a lot of
making
stuff
them.
where we just don't know why they're doing it, or they say things. It's like a teacher. It really is. Like they in the news post, they'll talk about removing something, and they try to sell it to you like it's in your best interest. And I feel like I'm getting talked down to. Like it really is just a game for kids now.
The
The
only
only
I don't know. I
thing,
feel
Yeah,
the
the
only
only
times
times
we
we
actually
actually
get
get
like
like
communication
communication
from
from
the
the
admins
admins
is
is
when
when
the
the
new
new
season
season
starts,
starts,
and
and
then
then
boom,
boom,
they're
they're
gone
gone
for
for
like
like
two
two
more
more
months.
months.
Well, and like the news posts that they put out, like when they give updates and stuff, like when they make big updates, they try to like always sell it like it's in our best interest. They're just like YouTube, to be honest with me, or to be honest with you. Like to me, Nitro Type and YouTube have a lot in common. They're both run by idiots who just want to drive their game into the ground. Although Nitro Type at least makes more sense because they are making more money, I guarantee now. But YouTube, I really don't understand what they're doing.
Yeah,
That's
man.
like just
yeah.
like I mean, they're asking for like another website to pop up.
I
I'm
don't
surprised
understand
Daily
why.
Motion or something doesn't do better.
YouTube
YouTube
is.
is.
I
I
don't
don't
want to
want to
get
get
off
off
topic
topic
too
too
much,
much,
but
but
YouTube
YouTube
is
is
actually
actually
getting
getting
Yeah,
into
into
yeah.
NFTs.
I know, dude. I'm like, why? Oh my god, YouTube. The thing was, like, they were gonna apparently implement something where if you're a new creator and your video starts to blow up, they're gonna limit the number of views it can get at first, so that they can review it and all this stuff. So like, your chance of like going viral is being taken away. And I'm like, you do realize like that is what YouTube is, right? Like, that's like what people post for, like at least in the beginning. You know, like I mean, it's just gonna be like big corporate like land basically soon. I don't know, man. It is really a shame to me where that's going. But even with Nitro Type, like just kind of I guess reeling it back in and making that comparison. Like when I say that they're run in a similar way, I just feel like both of them. Maybe my perspective is different on Nitro Type because I'm not the average player, but like it feels like everything they do is literally like meant to be discouraging me from being a part of the game. It feels like that they want to drive players like me away from Nitro Type, just like YouTube feels like they're trying to drive away their own fan base, their decisions.
Yeah, definitely agree on that.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I just get tired of like, because it's not even like I was around back in the day. I just mean for other people who like, especially people like VL, for example, who got banned from the game for years for like such a BS reason. Like that, he didn't deserve to be like shunned in the game like that. You know, like
Yeah,
and he did so much to like pioneer the early competitive scene. And then like, it's like something like that is never going to be recognized by the admins now, and that part of history got erased because he was banned from the website for years and everything else. Like, and then I don't know, man. It's just like certain players I feel like just really got screwed over who gave a lot to the game. I guess is my point. But I guess it
yeah,
is what it is, and they're not going to change. So I mean, I can complain about it all day, but I mean, I guess it's just kind of at this point, if you still choose to play Nitro Type, it's on you, and I'm still making videos about it. So I guess that's on me at this
We
point.
all are. We all are.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I can't say too much
We
about it,
can't
but
escape Nitro
Yeah,
Type.
yeah, yeah, apparently
It's
It's
a,
a,
it's
it's
part
part
of
of
us
us
now.
now.
it is. I mean, it would be hard
yeah,
to ever just walk away totally after. That's why, like, when some people quit completely, I have to wonder if like it did some botting because I'm like, I could never just like completely walk away. I don't think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
me
after
neither.
all
yeah,
that work I put in, like that's the thing. Like, I'm like, if I'm gonna like literally have like, health problems and like I lost like half my nights of sleep during the summer, like I'm at least gonna like stick around the community a little bit, trying to do something. But
yeah. Maybe create an alt race from time to time. I don't see why you would just completely leave and not come back.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, once you get that deeply invested, why like leave? Because it's like another group of friends that you make. Like I have really close friends from this community that, I would consider like an important part of my life.
I
I
wonder
wonder
if
if
So
BJ
BJ
looks
looks
at
at
the
Yeah,
the
site
site
every
every
once
once
in
in
a
a
while.
while.
He checks on the SYN tag and just sees my dumb butt holding it. Like, what the?
Yeah,
Dude, it's better than the random people having it that had it before. At least, like, I'm not gonna sell it or something. You know,
Yeah.
at least I was officer on SYN, so like it kind of makes sense. But it is just
yeah,
funny to think about how much I went through because I bought two different people gold and bought the one guy a bunch of nitro type cash just to get a tag on the typing game. And I guess I can't make. We were talking earlier about other people doing that kind of stuff. I guess I can't say too much because I did spend a little bit to get the SYN tag. It ended up being like $50 or something. I mean,
I mean, I'm
I
yeah.
guess
not.
I
we
can't.
all.
I mean, I don't blame
I
you.
can't.
I
All right, let's figure out who's gonna talk
All
first
right.
here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame you, Tennis. Like, I remember a couple months back, I was trying to buy it off of you.
I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna
say
say
how
how
much
much
I
I
was
was
Yeah.
offering,
offering,
but
but
yeah,
yeah.
I'm also interested in a lot of different niche tags.
For some reason, tags are like the one thing that I want to like actually collect. I don't know why. Like I like the idea of having some tag. I guess because I have a few good ones now. Like I also have the perk opening
I
stuff like
think
that. So I
I
mean,
think it's
Oh, that's
I think
nice.
it's because of the history of the tag and the team.
yeah, yeah, I guess especially if you're on the team. And even then, like if you buy someone's account, it's like it's all their history. Like at least with a team, like it affected the game itself, and you feel like you own a piece of history. Then yeah, yeah, exactly. It is cool though to collect them. I think. Although Mighty sold me a tag, and then apparently his friend put an inappropriate word in the team
Oh
name and
yeah,
got
I
the
got
account
that.
banned.
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, dang, bro. It was just a tag that meant something. It wasn't like it was just a tag that someone made as the team that was like everyone joined for a little bit when TBZ got disbanded. So that's why I cared about it. But it wasn't like it was that deep. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. It was
Yeah.
just funny because like I paid him. I mean, it was like 30 mil, so it wasn't that much. He did send it back to be fair, so I can't say that he didn't. But at first I was like, bro, like what are you, man, what are you trying to pull here? 'Cause he just sent a
Yeah.
screenshot. Dark, didn't he just say like rip Tendon's account or something to
Yeah,
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He sent me that.
I was like, what is going on here, bro? And he like didn't DM me. That's why I don't like him. Like you should have DM'd me immediately, bro, to be honest with you. Why are you messaging other people first, you know? But no, I mean he took care of it, so it was just funny. Because he said his friend put like you saw what his friend put in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, like I don't think Nitrous would allow you to do that. Like that's got to be capped, right?
Yeah.
Because like I don't think Nitrous would just let you put like literally the N word in the team name in the first place. Unless they just would instantly ban you for it, maybe. But I've never heard of that before either, so I don't know.
Yeah. That would
That's
be
gonna be funny.
interesting.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can imagine. Well, because we have a lot of, I'll just say, a lot of racist people in our community. It seems so. Some people might be a little offended by that. To be honest
Yeah.
with you, there's some people that literally just drop that word like it's nothing, and I'm like, and they're like, whiter than me, and I'm like, you guys need to like chill.
I
I
mean,
mean,
It's
you
not
sent
really
me
like
a
DM
DM
about
about
somebody
somebody
saying
saying
the
the
N
N
word
word
like
like
the
the
other
other
day.
day.
that guy with the I won't say their name just to not expose them, but they'll just say they had a Roblox profile picture, so that's very telling in of itself as to what you can expect from them. But yeah, I'm like, dude, that's so like just dumb. Like you're not like edgy. Like go back to like middle school, bro. It's not like a 2010 Call of Duty lobby. Like nobody wants to hear that.
Man, those
Yeah.
COD lobbies though, they were insane.
I never. I mean, I never really got to be in them much. I remember the GTA 5 online lobbies though. Those were bad.
Oh
Oh,
dang,
dang.
yeah.
Those were really bad. You'd be like grown adults getting like yelled at by their wife to get off the game and stuff. Oh my god,
Good times, good
Yeah.
times.
dude. Oh my god. Yeah, those were good times, man. Those were back in like the troll days.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
man. And
Ah,
I remember, I mean, I was pretty good, but my level wasn't that high. But then I had a friend that was level like 450, and I would get him to join games at times and just like destroy people if I was losing. Like I would ask him to just join our random game, and they would always start bitching so much on the Xbox Live chat. Like, you got your stacked friend in here. Oh my God, you were losing too bad. And it would just be so funny to like just see how like I don't know people would react to that. And then I mean, because you could get like really crazy guns when you got to that high level was the thing. Like you could get like automatic weapons and stuff. I think even. So like they wouldn't have any of those guns available to them, and you could just like mow everyone down. But
Yeah.
yeah, those were definitely. It was just funny to like just troll people and kind of back in the day and stuff like that, and kind of just I don't know, man. It was a different time, I guess. Xbox Live days and all that.
Man, yeah.
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 But but yeah, like as far as like, because even when I was young, like I never used that word myself, because to me it was never something that was funny. Like I was like, that's just something that you do when you're desperate for attention. To be honest with you, you just want to be shocking. But also like just when you think about the history that's associated with it, like it's not something that just toss around. Like, it's not funny in the first place.
It's
So
not
Not
I don't
necessary
necessary
to
to
know.
say.
say.
It's just not even
Yeah.
like something that should be, yeah, like it just shouldn't be used. Because to me, it's like it's just such like an oppressive, horrible word that it's not even like something that can be like certain things are inappropriate that can still be joked about, but like with that, it's like why even like bother? Like it's never funny, So just leave it like just leave it out. And but like getting back to what I was saying, it's just in the community, there's a lot of people that just drop it like nothing, and I'm like, it really is like kind of a shame because I think that holds us back too, Like it's very much like a 2010 community in
The
2022.
2010
2010
COD
COD
lobby
lobby
community.
community.
I mean, like we
Yeah.
act like we're still in 2010. So, like some of the people around here is what I mean. Like they don't
Yeah.
try to
And
clean it
some
up.
people just, yeah, I don't know. Some people are just crazy. I know I got a screenshot of Soul Ward. I don't know if he's watching this or not, but you know what you did,
Maybe.
bro. That was
Maybe.
just stupid. Yeah, because he I know he trolls a lot, but he put in the MOTD that women don't deserve jobs. They are meant to make food for the men who work hard. I was just laughing so
I
hard on
think
that
I
because
think
like
I saw that.
I
I
think
think
I
I
saw
saw
that.
that.
yeah,
Who did
yeah,
that?
it's just like wow, just this world is crazy.
Bro, wait a minute. What team was that on?
I'm not sure. Let me see, because
Bro,
yeah,
wait,
he
Dark, are you still on TBZ? Because did you see
Yeah.
what Monster put in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
He used the.
Don't
He
even say
bypassed the
Bypassed the
it.
filter.
filter.
He
He
bypassed
bypassed
the
the
filter.
filter.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
saw
saw
that.
that.
Don't even say it. But that was
Yeah, I'm
awful. I
not
was like, bro,
saying
that's
that.
not even funny. Like, you can't. I mean, Ultra's only 14, so I guess it wouldn't be as egregious. But bro, like you can't just say stuff like that. Oh my god. Yeah, I was like, you know what, man? I think this is enough nitro type for a year. I don't even know how he did that. I didn't know you could still bypass the filter.
It
It's
That was
actually
so
actually
bad.
Raditional.
Raditional.
I
I
probably
probably
said
said
his
his
name
name
wrong,
wrong.
but he made a video
Radiential?
about it.
already initial. Yeah,
Rational. Dude, you like call it like radish over there?
I don't
Radishable.
know,
Man,
man.
he
I
just
just
keeps
keep
yeah,
saying
saying
his
his
name
name
wrong.
wrong.
It's like radiant, you know what I mean? Like something's radiant,
yeah.
like
He also
radiential.
goes by Luminance whenever he uses his natural type accounts.
Yeah, yeah, because it was
Yeah,
just the same thing. They just both mean like giving off light. So he's just trying to be
yeah,
fancy. He wants to be a scientist or something. I don't know, man. But
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 yeah,
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 he
it's
he
like
made
made
a
a
video
video
about
about
how
how
to
to
bypass
bypass
the
the
MOTD
MOTD
filter.
filter.
yeah. He made that one this morning, I think.
No, it
It
was
was
It's actually
yesterday.
that's actually interesting. Like that, I don't blame him if he gets a lot of views. That's actually something unique.
it's useful because they always
Yeah,
want to call everything inappropriate and it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
Like
man.
it,
the
The
filter's
filter's
annoying,
annoying,
but
but
it's
yeah.
aggressive.
it's too aggressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't even tell you what's wrong with it. They'll just be like, "Oh, sorry, just rewrite
It's like
everything and then go and die." Like they just don't give you any hope of like. That's the thing. Like that's another thing where I'm like, they could definitely change that, but they know it makes it harder for captains, so they kind of low key want it to be harder to compete. I feel like.
yeah. It's like having safe chat on Roblox where you can't even type numbers. It's honestly just ridiculous.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think they should lower some.
Yeah, well, it's too aggressive, and they should tell you what's wrong with it. Like they should be like, "Oh, like this is what you need to change." So that's all you have to do instead of wasting half an hour rewriting 10 messages of the days just
Yeah.
trying because you want to talk about a competition that's like already started half an hour ago. Like, oh my God,
Yeah,
that was the worst.
yeah,
You'd have to like pre-set it up and like already have a message that you knew would work or something like that because otherwise it was just a gamble every time. I'm like, come
it's the
on, guys.
same thing for team description. It's very annoying. I can't even put certain stuff in the team description because it's like you can't put that. Blah blah blah. I don't get it. It's just I spent 45 minutes one time trying to announce the winners of a giveaway, and because I put words like you or dumb, it's just like if I put an action word that or a verb that goes behind what I'm saying, they'll say you can't put that. So I have to like make it super friendly,
Oh my
and
god,
it's
dude.
just it's very annoying. That's why I waste like a lot of time whenever I have to do giveaway results because they're just it's crazy with the filters and stuff.
They are too
Yeah.
aggressive.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah,
not set up right. Like it could just be a lot easier to help us rewrite the message, but they don't want to do that. So yeah, it is annoying. And I mean, speaking of, well, not really speaking, but like just talking about things you can't put in your team name and all, I did give up a TBZ had kind of a rare name for like a week
Yeah.
there. Had a symbol in there that you couldn't use anymore. I had to give it up because the team retired. So that was
damn.
unfortunate. I wanted to keep that in there because it had the exclamation point and then they stopped letting you use it. But I couldn't change
Yeah,
the team description anymore. So I was like, well, it's kind of going to be hard to like update anything if I can never change it again. So alas, I had to give it
yeah,
up. But not as bad as Almighty One losing his emojis. That's like actually awful. Be
Yeah.
really annoyed.
yeah.
Imagine if Wildflower lost her emojis.
Everyone would
Damn.
riot. Everyone would riot.
Yeah, yeah. They'd be like, give him back.
Exactly.
They'd be like, put him back. Yeah,
Yeah.
literally, they would give him back to her, dude. And they would
Yeah,
do it
exercise
too.
support would be done for sure. They would
Yeah,
get blown up.
they would get so. That's so funny to think about how many emails they would get. Everyone would be like, "Oh, let's petition them." That'd be yeah.
700K emails.
People, yeah, for one for every race. People,
Yeah,
they won't like even come together like that about botting. But if you mess with Wildflower, then you know everyone's gonna go crazy. They're gonna be after their neck.
yeah.
Yeah, they would actually probably give her back the team name. Cause that's so funny when like they switched the team captain for her, but then they didn't do it for Universal Legend.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I feel bad for him a little bit, but like they just really boned him on that one because they were like, "We sorry, we can't do that," and then a week later they did it for someone else. I was like, "Come on, guys, you guys
Yeah.
can't just do uni that dirty." Like he didn't deserve this. But alas, that's where we are now. One person got their Switch and the other ended up on TBZ. I think now he has the age tag back on his main account. I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
can check right now. Hold up.
I'm pretty sure I saw it in my friends list.
Yeah,
I'm
he
pretty sure
has.
Universal
Yeah, he
doesn't have
has
gold
it.
anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
doesn't
doesn't
have
have
I
gold.
gold.
I just realized he sold me a permanent gold account, but he doesn't even have perm gold on his main. Yeah,
Probably
I would have
bought
kept.
that ticket.
I would have
Yeah.
kept the perm gold account, bro. At that
Yeah.
point, he doesn't even have it. I didn't realize that. And he pass guessed the captain at TVZ of all things.
When?
When?
Oh wow.
He literally guessed the password.
Damn.
Oh
Like
wow.
before he sold like what I mean, Dark. I mean like he sold me that account, but he got it because he pass guessed it. Like he just
Oh,
found it somewhere, and then he guessed the password, and it just worked.
Gets
gets
reset.
reset.
Gets
Gets
reset
reset
And
in
in a
a
couple
couple
months.
months.
yeah, dude, yeah, the guy just takes it back. No, I mean I switched the email and everything, so I get emails now on a random email about the account. So I mean it's good to go there. The guy took his email off. I don't. No, he had Infinite Spider or something as the email. No, no. I won't put the
Oh,
numbers in there. I won't give out his full email. But he has. I shouldn't have even said the the first part. But he had a random email on there that ended up. Well, the problem was it got attached to my debit card, and it was like, bro,
Oh,
this is not right.
yeah.
I was like, yo, 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 Toby, yo, yo, yeah, that was a little sketchy,
yeah.
but but yeah, once I got that figured out, I think things were good. I think I accidentally sent a password reset request to his email when I first got the account, though, or something. So I am very lucky that he didn't just take it back because he definitely could have. So I think he doesn't use the email anymore because it was like 2015. That's my guess. Or he just didn't care. I mean, that would make more sense, but I don't know, man. That was really scary that day.
He
He
'Cause
probably
probably
doesn't
doesn't even
even
play
play
Nitro
Nitro
Type
Type
anymore.
anymore.
Doubt it, yeah. Dude, that was
Yeah.
such like a nice like piece of history though, because the team was from 2015 and it had all these old message of the days of him trying to get them to race, and then he had raced in like almost every season. Like it was just such like a crazy thing to go back and look through and
Did
like
you
just see
did
this
you
like
get
old piece of
screenshots?
history. Nice. No, I should have taken screenshots and saved them.
It's the far
I
perspective.
never save anything. Yeah, I'm so bad with that. I have no pictures saved on my phone at all. Like literally none. It's kind
Yeah.
of bad, honestly. All I have is a bunch of doodle jump clips that I have in reserve to post over time.
Uh,
That's literally it. I don't know, man. But I don't know if there's anything you guys wanted to touch on beyond what we talked about today.
um, no, I don't think so. I covered pretty much all that I wanted to get out. Um, Besides that, and then they just joke around in the community. Maybe talk about like some of the toxicity that goes on in nitro type servers on Discord. Cause
Yes, let's talk
yeah,
about that. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
sure there's a lot to unfold. I haven't been in the Nitro Type server for over a year at least, so I don't know what goes on there anymore. But when I was there before, I'll just
yeah,
say it was very sus. Yeah, it
yeah.
was not
That
Which
Which
servers
servers
though?
though?
Which
Which servers?
the main. I mean the main Nitro Type
main
server.
one, yeah. The main one is complete BS. I don't know what the
Yeah.
admins or the or the moderators are doing, but they literally banned me and said that the reason was by Anshu. Like, bruh, I'm not Anshu, and they literally never did anything about that. And it's 2 years later, and I'm still banned from the server.
Well, they banned you 2 years ago.
Yeah, and they still didn't do
Really?
anything about it.
What?
I
My
I
should
should
God,
message
message
that
Shannon
Shannon
about it.
about
I
it. I
should
should
message
message
Shannon
Shannon
about
about
it.
it.
that's like a wow. That's like a little bit of a different era. Man, do you guys like remember at all when the Nitro Type server split? When it used to be run by different people, and then the new one was made.
Oh yeah, I think I've heard a little bit about that.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
heard
I
heard
don't
about
think
about
I
it.
was around, but yeah.
Okay, because that was when I was at the peak of my activity. Was when that whole split happened. Because the one guy, the guy, he was like the third person to do a 4K session at first, and I remember like I was trying to flex on him in his server about passing a session because I was so like annoyed that I thought he was like the reason that the servers ended up splitting and stuff. It's like back then, you like my perspective would be very limited to what like I was hearing from the people around me in my like circle. Like now, I try to be very objective and talk to everyone. But back
Yes.
then, I kind of it was very easy to be ignorant. So, from my limited perspective, like I thought he was like the reason, and I don't really know what the truth is of that matter now. I think everyone has their own side when it comes to a story, but it was just like being around for that. Like if any of you guys remember, if you're still watching the video, instead of commenting a random word, just comment about if you remember the old Nitro type Discord server and when that split happened, because that was pretty insane. Like the hostile takeover that went down when they made that new server and everything, it was kind of like a little bit nuts back then. I won't lie. It was kind of crazy, but nowadays I feel like the server's just a joke, man. And I'll just say that. And if you're a mod there, maybe it's not about you unless you're one of the people that is making it a joke, then it is about you. So you know who you are, that's all I'm gonna say, because I think that place is like it's literally like high school drama, like in a nutshell. It's literally
Yeah.
just people talking about people who aren't in the server.
It
And
really
it's just
is.
like, bro, like it
Yeah.
just it's so child like I get it is a game for kids, I guess. So I guess that's what's gonna happen. But it's like, dude, like how do you guys not like tell people to stop? Like if I went on the TVZ server and everyone was just bashing random people that weren't even there, I'd be like, this is really dumb. Like you guys need to talk about something else. Or like I don't know something. I mean I don't really moderate my server to be fair, so because it's super dead. But if I had a big server, especially, then I would be like, you guys can't just be this toxic towards people. Like it's I don't know, man. Like and maybe I'm wrong. If my perspective is wrong, then obviously I'll own up to it. But from my experience, it's a lot of trash talking and a lot of really cringe, like ooh woo type of people that I really, really find uncomfortable. That stuff I
Yeah.
really don't like. Which is just
That
my
and
me.
furries, bro. That and furries,
Furries,
bro.
furries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care what people do with their lives as long as, it's two consenting people that are, not like, obviously like adults taking advantage of kids, that's horrible. But like if it's two people that are capable of consenting, whatever, I don't care what you do, but it's so much weirdness in the server. Like it doesn't need to be just like that's the kind of thing that you like talk about with people that you are comfortable with, not just everybody in the
Yeah.
server. Like yeah.
Yeah.
it just felt very like weird and like the culture of it. It was very like a little kidified, and I'm like, this is definitely not for me, you know.
And
And
the
the
thing
thing
Yeah,
is,
is,
I
I
feel
feel
like
like
there's
there's
favoritism
favoritism
in
in
that
that
server.
serve.
I
I
feel
feel
like
like
there's
there's
favoritism.
Oh
favoritism.
yeah, and
I don't want
that's
to say too much
honestly
because
I
I
don't
don't
want
want
to
to
get
get
banned.
banned.
when I first said like how they talk trash, that was kind of the point that I was initially going to make, and it's kind of leads into it that certain people are allowed to be trash talked because of that favoritism. Like the people that aren't in there that aren't popular. Like if someone trash talked me, nobody would care, obviously, for example. But if someone trash talked like Pandora, then that would be a big deal, I'd imagine. You know what I mean? Even though from my perspective, like we don't have much difference in terms of like what there's worth talking about. Like I know maybe in the past I did dumb things with my channel, but to me, like I don't know, like it's like everyone deserves to just be respected at the very least, the same
Yeah,
amount if they're like a decent person. You know what I mean? I know like
yeah,
everyone's probably made some mistakes in this community, but at the end of the day, like unless like someone sits there bringing up other people's mistakes, you don't need to sit there grilling them all the time, unless they did something terrible, obviously. Then that's different. But like, I
yeah,
mean, like something like the small stuff, like with the whole Malcocho thing. Like, I'm never gonna be like, you're never gonna catch me talking about that because it's like, who cares anymore? Like that kind of stuff, you know?
Wasn't
wasn't
that
that
like
like
almost
yeah,
almost
2 years
2 years
ago?
ago?
Yeah, but that's like the biggest thing that ever happened, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Like, it
yeah,
literally is like the biggest case of that kind of thing going on, to my knowledge, at least. I mean, dude, I remember racing on Aiden's account, and it was such like a legendary time. Like the effort that was being put in just to beat Kocho, it was just ridiculous, to be honest with you. Especially between him and Leafy.
yeah,
They were like
man,
grinding nonstop.
yeah. Stuff like this is exactly why Nitro type is gets looked down on. I know a while ago I was in
Yeah.
monkey type server and they were asking me who I was, and I said I normally play Nitro type, and then they were just straight up clowning me and
Yeah,
yeah,
talking about how bad Nitro type was.
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
And then I was just like, yeah, they really do look down on Nitro type. Any other typing sites
Community,
will
yeah.
look
I
down
feel
on
like
Nitro type. Yeah,
I feel like that's the case with the Nitro Tech community.
Well, the
yeah,
thing is, other typing websites, like the people that are well known are skilled typists that have like accomplished things. The people that are well known on Nitro Type are like mega grinders like me that wasted their life on the game, or people that like literally just bought. Or just like and like like the community is like designed for kids, so of course they're gonna look down on that because their community is full of skilled typists, so they're on a completely different level. Like Nitro Type is still a typing website, but it's nothing like the same community. It doesn't encourage people to type faster, to be honest with you. It
It
really doesn't
doesn't.
do
yeah.
a good job, at
At
Nitro
least
least.
Type
ninety
is just
four.
a game.
Yeah,
Nitro Type is just a game, to be honest.
Yeah, it literally is just something to like mindlessly grind on at this point. Because even if you get fast at Nitro Type, like you're not necessarily gonna be fast on Type Racer because of
yeah,
that.
because you stop on every single error, and you have to like on other sites you have to redo like the whole sentence if you mess up or like a word. So
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
the way they set Nitro Type up is not really your true WPM because again, stopping on one error is not actual typing.
Yeah, and it's
So
like
yeah,
you can't keep typing wrong stuff. Like if you hit three letters wrong, it'll stop you immediately, and then you can just still hit the right letter. Like type racer, you got to backspace all that. If you kept
Yeah,
on
yeah, you
typing
gotta
because you got out of the groove, so it's like nitro type, you can have a crazy raw speed and then just be actually fast. But on other websites, it's like you have to have the skill to deliver it too.
yeah,
Unfortunately, your nitro type already isn't the best format, and then the toxic culture around it definitely doesn't help its reputation. So yeah, I'm sure they do look down on the website a lot. I mean,
yeah,
I remember I was kind of for a little bit there in a pretty good place, kind of bridging the gap when I was making those monkey type documentaries, and I became like really well immersed in their community. Like, they definitely appreciated those videos at least and weren't like clowning the nitro type thing. Like they were talking to me about it seriously, my experience and stuff. But
Those
those
were
are
good
good
I think they
videos.
videos.
respected, like they saw, like well, and that's the thing, they saw that I cared a lot about typing as a whole and telling their stories too. I'm sure if, like for a lot of people, like they kind of just assume like, well, it's just random kids grinding their minds off, or just cheating and scamming each other. Like it's hard to
yeah,
see much to respect. I'm sure, yeah. 'Cause that's not this,
Yeah,
their perspective is as someone who's a skilled typist, not as someone who cares about grinding. So unless like I mean Jess, I know he did like the 40-hour long typing test. So I mean that's mega grinding. So I mean I guess that's a little different, but even then it's not like it wasn't cheated because he literally live streamed the whole thing. Nobody would do that
yeah.
on Nitro Type. Nobody would live stream a session because they'd rather just let their friend save it for them overnight and then bot the other half of it.
I
I
would
would
probably
probably
do
do
that.
that.
Yeah,
I mean, I wish I was like back in my day, like I had any kind of setup because I would have definitely live streamed that, and I feel like it would have gotten some views, to be honest with you. That would have been
yeah,
like, because it'd be on all day, every day. So like over time, it would have just like caught random people in the algorithm, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
But apparently Kocho live would live stream sessions, but they would just be of the computer. It wouldn't be like her hands or anything.
uh,
So it wasn't like to me that's not the same. Like it could still be a program.
yeah.
If
If
you
you
don't
don't
hear
hear
Because you
anything,
anything,
can't, if you can't see it, yeah, it could just be a program if you can't really see.
because
because
when
when
Yeah,
people
like
stream
stream
and
and
they
they
don't
don't
show
show
their
their
keyboards,
keyboards,
you
you
can
can
hear
hear
them
them
type.
type.
Yeah,
yeah, that's the thing. She would just have random background music and like
Yeah.
no audio. Right, exactly. I'm like, bro, that doesn't prove anything. That's like the fingers go boom guy that used Galaxy's hand cam to try to claim that he was a legit typist. Like,
yeah.
dude, that was a legendary moment. Fingers go boom. Those were the golden days of my content, I would say, in terms of just like how ridiculous it. Because people were literally cheating just to get featured in videos. I remember one guy was telling me like he brought back his bot because he saw I made a video about it. I was like, I feel kind of bad. I was like, it's kind of a bad thing, bro. It
Nah,
wasn't
bro.
good.
People do anything for clout in this community. It's just, it's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I do. People would do a lot, man. Like I remember when the old TBZ server was kind of big and TBZ was like a really big team. Like people would like, try to like act like your friend just to get like an officer on the team or a position in the server. And even like girls, like e-girls would be coming around being all thotty. And I'm like, bro, this is nitro
Yeah,
type. Like, get out of here,
They're
bro.
for the streets. They're
for
for the
real.
streets.
Yeah, it's just annoying. I'm like, bro, like you're really gonna use someone like just to get a position on that? Like you cannot be that desperate for clout. Come on now. That's like,
For real.
bro. That's next level, man. I don't know, man. It's
I'm
just
glad
like,
that's died down though,
Yeah.
because there was a lot of that going on.
yeah, yeah. I'm glad that's gone. I don't want that. Yeah, because it's just like, bro, like some of like the stuff that happens. I'm not gonna get into anything, obviously, but like sometimes, man, it's like there's like weird age gaps and stuff, and I'm like, bro, like
Oh
this,
God.
just, just don't be like e-dating in the first place, man. That's what I'm gonna say.
We
We
don't
don't
need
need
Stay
simps
away
Yeah,
in
from
our
it.
community either.
for
Yeah,
real.
don't be a simp because that's the worst, man. Like there's so many people that are so entitled now because like an army of like low value individuals will be like giving them attention that they don't deserve. And then like people that actually develop good personalities don't get like any attention at all. And it's like everyone's just going to end up developing a bad personality and only care about physical appearance if that's all they're taught to ever value because you're just giving them unwarranted attention just because of how they look. Like by being a simp, you're literally making the world worse.